Welcome back to the Youth Academy Road to Glory. It's that time of the season again where I'm asking you for your kit submissions, please, for next season and your fan objectives as well. Bear in mind, we are still in League One, but hope to be in the Championship next season. So if you want to hold off with your fan objectives till you know our fate, then by all means do so. But please, on the link in the description, which is the Twitter post where I'd like you to reply with your pictures for your kit submissions for next season, or of course feel free to DM me on Instagram. Again, all social media links are in the description down below. As ever, home kit white and black themed, away kit red themed, third kit do what you like, goalkeeper kit do what you like, but please do ensure that home, away and third kit are all the same manufacturer. Thank you very much indeed. And let's crack on with the rest of the episode, shall we? So you see us second with a game in hand to try and close in on Barnsley and pull away from Bradford and Derby County. Bolton also with a game in hand and can come within 3 points of us should they win it. And if we lose to Wickham, they will do so. We've got a busy month, but we'll be simming Wickham, playing Tottenham, playing Fleetwood, playing Rotherham, and then simming Sunderland away and Northampton Town, as well as we push to try and make ourselves a championship team for next season. We're at full strength, so we should be able to get 3 points here. As ever, please do drop the video a like if you're enjoying this save, and of course subscribe to the channel to ensure you don't miss out on any further content. I'd very much appreciate it if you did, and hopefully you'll join us for the remainder of this season into the next and further still. Can we start with a victory? Salinas, of course, our latest addition. New signing came in the last episode. If you missed it, then do check the channel page for it. But after 10 minutes here against Wickham, it's 0-0. Nicely done. Oh, Salinas nearly with the finish. Good save by the keeper. From the corner, it's squeezed in. It's gone down as a Jake Young own goal. Is it Jake Young? Jake Young's the striker for Bradford. I'm not sure which J beginning first name their Young has. But that counts as a goal from a set piece, whether it's an own goal or it's scored by one of ours. That'll add to the fan objectives. We're in, and a lovely second. It's Clark off the bench. That's going to be victory for AFC Chesnoid here, and that'll be us pulling away in second place in the table. I don't mind if we don't win the title this year. Getting up to the championship is going to be the most important thing for us. We're in a position where, obviously, at times in FIFA saves, actually everybody played that weekend, so we should still have that game in hand. We're in a position where, in career mode sometimes, in this sort of career mode, it can end up going kind of promotion, if you're kind of out of sync with your squad's growth. And after spending 2 years in League 2, we are in that position right now. So if we get to the championship this season, it would be back-to-back promotions. But I don't think we'd go back-to-back-to-back. I don't think we would get promoted again next year from the championship to the Premier League. I think we'd be top half, but I don't think we're in a position where we can pull massively away. We are at present, though, however, presented with the opportunity to pull massively away from Bradford and Derby County, etc., because they've dropped more points. The gap is now 4 with our game in hand still intact. So we could open it up to 7 points being the gap back to Bradford and just 2 points to Barnsley still as we progress further forward. However, up next is the challenge of Tottenham Hotspur once more, this time at our place. Tottenham is similar for them to the game against them in the last episode, although Tanganga is in, as well as Nico Schlotterbeck. Højbjerg in the starting lineup and Richarlison up top through the middle. It's a stronger team, actually, I think, than the last game. We've rotated a little bit, a couple of players having to drop out after being slightly tired from the back of that Wickham game. We were able to get a 1-1 draw out Tottenham last time. I don't anticipate being able to do so again, but at the minute, it's rare that we have opportunities to play against teams of this size, and because our promotion situation is in a good position at the minute, we're allowing ourselves a little bit of a distraction from the pressures of league football to just have some fun in the FA Cup, and you never know, maybe beat a Premier League side. It's a lovely ball over the top to Destiny Adoji, who's got Son in the middle, who is found, but Richardson makes the save. It wasn't the best of balls in, and subsequently wasn't the best of efforts. Relatively straightforward for the goalkeeper to deal with that. Upamecano helps that on. Richarlison does the same. It's going to bobble free, and we'll just get rid, thank you. Leon Bailey. Oh, it's a lovely ball to Richarlison. And the outside the foot effort is really nicely taken as well. Keeper down to it early. Good save by Ruben Richardson. Okay, they're starting to ping it about with a bit more purpose now, Tottenham. They're going up a gear. Their goal in the first game came in similar fashion, where they just started pinging the ball about in and around the edge of our box. We've got some free-flowing passing of sorts of our own, so don't write us out of this. He's onside here, I think, Clark. We'll have to let the shot go early. And Ramiro doesn't save it very convincingly, but save it still he does. Castro and Edwards. Good footwork. Brown uses Austin. And Brown again. Castro was on target. Needed saving. We're having a spell of pressure here. And they caused a little bit of chaos in the box. Really trying to do something similar himself from open play. Nico Schlotterbeck, of all people, having the effort. Lovely touch from Højbjerg and Bailey over the top. Tottenham, obviously being the better side, had the better chances, but haven't scored. Let's run straight into Castro there, Heung-min Son. Edwards quickly to Logan Brown. Rory Kennedy from distance. Can you imagine? Rory Kennedy from 25 plus yards to sink Tottenham. Jude Austin out to Edwards. I think Castro's got some space here. Castro's in. Castro all the way. Castro! What a save by Ramiro. Still pushing to try and beat Tottenham here. Edwards with the delivery. Logan Brown is up. Schlotterbeck unsurprisingly wins. Backer's out. Keeper's off his line. Kennedy down to Edwards. Edwards is floating! Roof of the net only. Danjuma. Son. Danjuma. He's got the legs. Udoji. 1-0 Tottenham. It's taken more than an hour. But they have finally made the breakthrough. It's a lovely counter-attack. Destiny Udoji off to celebrate with the manager. Tottenham, unfortunately, lead by a 0-0 here at Patreon Park. Perfect weight on the pass. And a tidy finish. Only a 1-0 defeat and a 1-1 draw. I mean, we've got to be happy with that, haven't we? I know we've got some borderline Premier League level players in our team with Ben, Jack, etc. But still, an impressive performance. Despite Tottenham's dominance, we fought hard, held our own. And I think we'd be all right in the Championship next year. But now we need to make sure that we get there. Fleetwood with Jack Marriott, the experienced striker, through the middle up top. They're chasing the playoffs, Fleetwood. They're only 9 points behind us, so they're not that far away, actually. This isn't our game in hand, however. That's the one against Rotherham after this. This has been played on the Friday night. The one against Rotherham being played the following Tuesday. It's a busy period and a busy month of February for us. But we've got one win against Wickham in the league. We tried our best against Tottenham and certainly didn't embarrass ourselves. And now, back to league action, back to business. Into Edwards. Salinas is there. Looking for Kai. Lovely first touch. Kai Connick. 1-0 FC Chesnoid. Salinas with the assist. Linking up with his new forward partner in Kai Connick, who's still the league's top goal scorer. And if he keeps that up, will continue to be as well. There's not quite enough on that from Edwards. And they're in here. And Johnston nearly pulls them one back. Richardson with a big save. And he's asking the question quite rightly. Where's my defence? I think the issue was the misplaced pass by, whoa, my wide midfielder. Which led to the defence thinking, oh, we're fine to push up a little bit. And then all of a sudden, we've not got the ball anymore because he's made a mistake and we're in trouble. And Wiradu again. Lawrence. It's brilliantly worked by Fleetwood. That's why they're challenging for promotion. They can play some good football. It's 1-1 here. Samaras, space there for Castro. And look at the movement of Edwards. He saw where the gap was. He's in. Edwards, good save by Lynch. Trying to get ourselves back in front once more. Edwards very nearly giving us that goal. Can he provide the assist instead? Not quite. Mitch Bakker wins the header well, but heads it wide. Forced wide here, their sole striker. Into Josh Vela, who's done brilliantly, and it's only a smart save by Richardson to keep Fleetwood out to stop them from going in front here. An hour played now. Morris. He is out there, so Boyle will look for him and it will reach him. Now, Isaac Morris has done nothing so far in this game, but I'm quite happy if he does nothing until the moment he helps us score a goal. Salinas. Well, Kai Connick returns the favour. It was our new Argentine to the old school Englishman. Now it's vice versa. Blonde to back of the net. We're in front again at Highbury. We lead by 2-1. I'm hoping that Samaras can draw the defender in so that we can get Isaac Morris in behind. Now, third would finish it. And Isaac might decide to go solo. He is. He has. But he hasn't. Finished the game off. Still 2-1. Austin now currently presides. Can I find this in here to Kai? The man in the middle there, the number 32, just played him on. It was awful defending. And it will cost them the game. Kai doing a forward flip in celebration. And that'll be 3 goals as well as the 3 points. Looking for golden boot in League One. Where's my defence gone? Robertson makes it 3-2, and it might be a slightly nervy final 4 minutes. Gonna make some changes, I think, to try and hold on to this. Progress closer, hopefully, to Barnsley, and pull further away from Bradford, who I think were drawing at half-time. Salinas. Oh, that's impressive. That's very impressive from the new number 9. That's what we need to do if we want to challenge in the Championship next year. Score goals of that sort of quality. That's very impressive indeed. Really pleased with that. Despite the nervy end and Fleetwood scoring late on, we will get the victory here by 4-2. And I think that Salinas goal deserves a replay, don't you? We're going to get the 3 points. We're going to extend our advantage in the automatic promotion positions. And dear Nacho Salinas, let's watch that again. Lovely chest control and the volley. Superb from the young man. Welcome to AFC Chesnoid. Right, Rotherham next. Bradford lost by 2-0 to Accrington. We do extend the lead over them in second place. The gap is 7, and we have a game in hand on them as well now. Oh dear, Bradford. Rotherham, another promotion challenging side. They were right behind Fleetwood in the table a little bit earlier on today. 72 or 73 rated goalkeeper in Victor Johansson, and some more 70 plus rated players in their team as well. 5-3-2 for them. So not only are they playing a frustrating to play against formation, but in that formation they have a number of decent players too. So I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get any sort of victory from this one. I certainly would take a point at home against Rotherham. Into Connelly. Backett just pokes it away from him, but Connelly's done well. And Rathbone will look for him again here. And Connelly's in the box. Could go for goal. Does, but he's pulled it past the post. It's a nice effort. But he can't find that bottom corner. Misplaced it. Connick the player to watch, apparently. But at the minute, they're the team to watch. Connelly with his second effort in almost as many minutes. And that's a much better one than the last. But the Richardson close down, rushing him, has obviously made him panic. And he's put it over the top. They could be 2-0 in front here, Rotherham. But there are spaces emerging here. Having to get a little bit lucky to find some of them. But there's no luck involved there for Kai Connick. That is pure skill and ability from Kai. Under pressure as well to find the top corner in quite such fashion. Just shows the kind of player he is. However, do bear in mind, we've just recently found out that Kai Connick has peaked with his growth at 66 rated. Obviously, we're expecting that to change next year with dynamic potential. We pray that it changes next year with dynamic potential. But if Kai starts getting left behind by Logan Brown, then it might not be too long before Logan finds himself in the starting lineup and Kai's overall level of ability starts getting left behind by the rest of the squad and the level that we're playing at. Once we reach the Championship, unless he continues to grow, Kai Connick might be one of those players that excels in the lower leagues, but higher up just doesn't quite have it. He's on for the Golden Boot this year in League One, though, and at this level, he's definitely still the man. Rathbone. Obvious ball down the line there to Bramall. Backer's going to have to come out of position here to deal with it. And it's still somehow going to reach Connelly in the middle. And still somehow Connelly doesn't have a goal in this game. 3 chances for him alone so far for Rotherham. to get them a goal. And his manager will be pulling his hair out. Can't quite believe that Canelli doesn't have a hat-trick in this first half. And going the other way, they might immediately be going 2-0 down as well as Salinas is in behind. Get it on his left if I can. Too quick for his own good. Ref. They're going to get free kick for handball there as Bacca fell over, aren't they? They are indeed. Unbelievable. Bacca fouled, falls and it strikes his arm and the referee's like, that's handball that is. It very nearly cost us a goal. Richardson throwing himself at that, putting his body on the line as he crashes into the post to ensure that Rotherham don't find an equaliser. This has been one of the tightest games in the league we've played for a very long time. Rotherham have been spectacularly good. Connick. That was terrible. Jesus Christ. I felt like he just went for the man, regardless of whether he was going to actually get to the ball or not. It's a finish and a goal for Rotherham, and they are level at 1-1. If Bacca actually went for the ball there with an intention of tackling the man and getting it away from him, I feel like he might actually have kept possession. But he just threw himself at it in kind of a ball or man but not both kind of thing, with lack of control, and as such they got away from him there, recovered possession and have found an equaliser. It's no less than they deserve, Rotherham, if I'm honest, but still frustrating to concede in that manner. Rathbone and Lindsay. Oh, it's a lovely through ball, and he's just on his own here, Coyote. Well, they nearly won it here now, Rotherham, and still could. Hell of a game here at Patreon Park. Oh, narrowly wide by McCart. This has been the most hotly and fiercely contested tie we've had for a long time. It's either been a straightforward victory or an obvious defeat in the majority of our games. This one has been one of those games where you just can't call it. Rory Kennedy looking to get beyond the defensive line. Got Isaac Morris here with me. And Morris is found. And in the middle here is Kai. And that is what seals you promotion and wins you championships. Scoring late on and grabbing victory in games that are so tightly contested that you just can't call a winner. But if you can't call it, but you still nick it, that's the sign of a great side. It was the last action of the game, unsurprisingly. In the 93rd minute, we get the result. Massive, to say the least, to keep the lead building. Rotherham with 10 shots, despite only 31% possession. Bradford won as well, so it was very important that we did get the result. I couldn't score quickly enough to see Barnsley. I never can. They were... No, they didn't play. They're still on 32 with us now. Okay. So next for us then is Sunderland. And then after that was Northampton. Sunderland are chasing the playoffs as well themselves. You'll have seen there they're in 6th. They're actually in the playoffs as it stands. Well, that's a great way for Sunderland to start the game. A brilliant move. Defence all over the place. 1-0 to the Mackhams. That wasn't ideal, was it? Free kick in a good position. Kai on it. Goal! Mitch Bacca from a set piece. They're starting to fly in now, these set piece goals. That's 5 of 10. We are certainly getting there. And if we can win it, it will count as a win from a losing position as well, which is something we've only done once so far this season. And we could be in to go in front now. It's a good save. Salinas back to Edwards. We can't get that second goal. Hang on. When did Wright get sent off? They've got a man sent off, and I don't even know when that happened. It didn't pop up to say red card or anything, but they're down to 10 men, Sunderland, and I genuinely don't know when that happened. I'll have to have a look back through the editing to see what on earth went on. It might have been actually in the build-up to the... Oh my God, free kick for them. It might have been in the build-up to the free kick that led to our equaliser. Because I can't recall them actually... Wow, they're in front again. Ross Stewart. Free kick from Jack Clark hits the woodwork. Falls down to the Scot, who turns it home. I can't recall... Yeah, look. Wright sent off after 12 minutes and then Bacca scored following from that. I didn't notice that they got a man sent off there. Well, the 10 men lead at half-time. And they're in again, and that's 3-1. Ross Stewart has bagged a brace, and the 10 men are going to get the 3 points here at the Stadium of Light. That's going to be game. We're going to fall to our 6th league defeat of the season. The 10 men of Sunderland have 35% possession against us. That was awful from us. We did well to equalise from the opportunity that was presented to us from the free kick, but now we're 5 points behind Barnsley, but still 5 points ahead of Derby. So if we can go and get victory against Northampton, we'll still considerably be fine in the league, but it looks like the title is maybe getting away from us. We do still have Barnsley left to play, and you might have just noticed that it showed that Edwards has 12 assists and is leading that table there. You see Kai is in 4th with 8 and leading the leading the top goal scorer chart. So Kai Connick has 30 goal contributions in 33 games for us so far this season. He might have peaked. He might not necessarily have the quality to perform at Premier League or Championship upper end of levels, but he's doing the business in League One. Let's go and get a win against Northampton at home. Go on then. But he's on the run. Nice. Kai! Faith. You know he's going to score. 23rd goal of the league season for Kai Connick. And we're in front against Northampton. Take that, Cobblers. Kennedy on the left-hand side for Morris now in these final few stages. There's only a single goal in it. And we are still at threat going the other way. When the ball is over the top of the bar, and hopefully in the 90th minute now, with only maybe 1 or 2 minutes added on, 2, we should see it through now, especially in possession, and Clark will just run it to the corner. Kennedy's gone into the box, but that's going to be game, and it will be a single goal to 0 victory. We'll take it. That's another set of 3 points. Barnsley lost. Thank you, Bolton. That'll close the gap back at the top of the table to 2 points again. And it is Bolton that we have next. That, of course, will be in the next episode tomorrow as we head through. In fact, we've got Barnsley as well. Bolton, Port Vale, Lincoln, Barnsley, and Accrington Stanley in March. We're not far from the end of the season here. So please do leave me your kit submissions on Twitter and on Instagram as well. But for now, and your fan objectives too, but for now we find ourselves 5 points inside the top 2, 2 points off top with 12 games to go. I'll see you tomorrow.